Vigor locked containers are here in game, and with it comes a whole new way to play encounters. In today's video, I want to answer all your locked container questions and create the ultimate guide for locked containers right here in this video. But before we jump into it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is your #1 place for all things Vigor, so make sure you hit that notification bell and be informed when we go live and when we drop a video. Okay, so locked containers are here in the game, and the locked container is simply that. It's a shipping container placed somewhere on the map. Now, there is a map location, so you can ping it and go straight to that locked container. When you unlock the container, you are rewarded with loot. And these locked containers have some of the best guns, ammo, materials, and consumables in the game. So if you're looking to get the most loot from a single point in an encounter, then loot containers is where you want to put your focus. You also do get 600 XP from opening up the locked crate. Now, this is one of the highest XP rewards for doing any of the events in game. So if you're leveling your battle pass, the loot container is a must get. And as of right now, all of the maps do contain locked container except for Anakin, which makes sense. Anakin is an island map. How are you going to get the shipment containers over to the island? I guess they could probably be in the ship, right? Because there's locked containers over there, or there's containers over there. But right now there's no locked containers on Anakin, but they are on every other map. The locked container does change its position on each map. However, you will always find it on a road. It's a shipping container. It makes sense. It's left on a road. So let's go over how to open the locked container. There are 3 locks on the container, 1 on each side and then 1 on top. To open the container, you simply run up to the lock and unlock it the same way you would unlock any locked chest, any locked container in the game. Hit up and down on the D-pad to change the number until your controller vibrates, and then move on to the next number. When you get all 3 numbers unlocked, the lock will release. When you release all 3 locks, the doors of the container will open. Inside the container, there will be a chest. You can open that chest, and there is your loot. Now, to get the lock on top of the container, you are able to climb on top and get it. Sometimes, however, the game has glitched out and not enabled me to climb on top of the crate. When this happens, just get to a high position and simply shoot the lock off. Which brings us to the other way you can open locked containers: shooting the locks off. That's right, you can shoot the locks off. This is a faster way to do it. However, when you shoot a lock off, an alarm will sound. It will shoot out flares into the sky and even drop mortars on the container itself. So while it is faster to just run up and shoot the lock off, it is also more risky as everyone on the map becomes aware that you are at the container. So what are the best strategies for both getting the locked container and using it to your advantage in game? Well, in my mind, there are ultimately 2 strategies to doing this. The first is to rush it. Get there first and get it yourself. I've been able to get to locked container first most of the time and have been successful in unlocking it the majority of the time and grabbing the loot myself. If you are going for loot runs, I absolutely would use this strategy to make sure you can take advantage of the loot inside. If you do rush it and get there and find someone else has beaten you to the punch, the player is usually in the process of still unlocking the container, and you have a great opportunity to engage. Another great thing about rushing container is on larger maps, if you aren't the first person there and someone has already looted the container, there is still usually 1 or 2 guns left behind that you can grab. If you are someone who loves jumping into matches with nothing, this is a great way to get yourself a gun. Just be aware that you might still have to find ammo for that gun if the ammo has also been looted, which can sometimes be the case. Now, the second strategy is to utilize loot container to get kills. It is a high reward target and therefore something that other players will go for. Particularly in duos or trios, it seems like a lot of duos and trios go immediately to crate. What I like to do when utilizing this strategy, utilizing loot container to get kills, is to wait for another player or players to start unlocking the container. This gives me 2 options. I can either snipe at them, or I can shoot off one of the locks, sending mortar strikes down on them, and then move into a position to get the kill. It usually does some damage on them. At the very least, it creates chaos, and I have the advantage because I know where they're at, they don't know where I'm at, etc. Another way to utilize lock container to get kills is to unlock the side locks and leave the top lock. Then move to a good position, and when someone jumps up to unlock that top lock, you've got yourself a very easy headshot. Finally, if you're patient, you can set yourself up to be looking into the container from a distance, and when someone goes in to retrieve the loot, another easy kill. Which brings me to my last point. As with any location or event in Vigor, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware that others may be lying in wait for you to come grab the container. If you can utilize radio towers and portable signal detectors, I would, as often as possible, to determine if anyone is in the area before you attempt to unlock it. Regardless, whatever you decide to do, the loot container is a valuable and strategic point of interest on the map. I would go for it. I would get a strategy down for it. I would utilize it as much as possible. It is worth going after and using to your advantage as much as you can. I want to know what strategies you have for loot container. What do you utilize it for? Do you think it's a great addition to the game, or don't you? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for the video for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, hit that like button and the subscribe button. Share this video on social media. Tell your friends about the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell and be notified whenever a new video drops and when we stream live right here on this channel every Tuesday and Thursday. If you'd like to further support the channel, hit the join button where you'll get access to exclusive emotes, channel badges, and content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and again, I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you next time.